Hi everyone, we want to compute the derivative of the following function, which is g of x is equal to log base 3 of the quantity 2x cubed plus cosine x. Now, if you are feeling comfortable with the chain rule, then I highly recommend that you pause this video, go ahead and try to complete the problem on your own, and then just fast forward to the end and check your answer. But if you are needing some more explanation regarding the chain rule, then here you go. So this is a composite function because inside of this logarithm, you can see that we have this quantity 2x cubed plus cosine x. So that's what makes this a composite. So we'll start by identifying the outer and the inner functions. And remember, every composite function can be written in this form, f of g of x, where f is the outer function and g is what I'm calling the inner function. So in this case, my outer function is log base 3 of x, but I prefer to write log base 3 of something because I'm acknowledging that there's a different function that is the inner function. And in this case, the inner function is 2x cubed plus cosine of x. So that's my outer and my inner. And then we want to think about how to find the derivative of a logarithmic function. So we're going to be utilizing the rule for the derivative of any logarithmic function, and it could be any base. So I'll write base a. Remember, a is your base. So the derivative of any logarithmic function of any base, it's always going to be 1 over the argument. And so remember, your argument is whatever you're taking the log of. So in this case, x is my argument. So that's why they say it's 1 over x, 1 over the argument, multiplied by the natural log of the base, whatever the base is. So that's the rule we're using to compute the derivative of the outer function. So going back to log base 3 of something, the derivative of that function would be 1 over, again, the argument. So I'm going to write a blank parenthesis here for my argument, 1 over something, times the natural log of the base, and the base is 3 in this case, so that would be times natural log of 3. And then when we do our chain rule, we know we'll chain on the derivative of the inner function, which is going to be 6x squared minus sine of x. So this is my background work, identifying my outer and my inner functions, which is going to set me up to find the derivative of my function g. So utilizing the chain rule, we start with the derivative of the outer function. So the derivative of the outer function was, again, 1 over the argument times the natural log of 3. The argument, which is the inner function, the original g function, is 2x cubed plus cosine of x. And then the chain rule says we chain on with multiplication the derivative of the inner function. Now be careful here because the derivative is going to be 6x squared minus sine of x. But you cannot leave your answer like this. You must remember to put parentheses here. And that's because we have to multiply by that entire quantity. We don't want to just multiply by the one term. We want to multiply by the whole quantity. So more often than not, you'll see this written as 6x squared minus sine of x in the numerator, all divided by the quantity 2x cubed plus cosine of x multiplied by the natural log of 3 for our final answer. Let's do a second derivative practice problem. Here we want to compute the derivative of y equals secant of 3 to the x times the natural log of tangent x. So we basically have a product here. We have a function secant of 3x that's getting multiplied by another function natural log of tangent of x. So we're going to have to utilize the product rule here. And I'll treat the first function as my f and the second function as my g, and we'll start with the product rule. So I'll write down the product rule first. We usually write it as the first function multiplied by the derivative of the second function plus the second function multiplied by the derivative of the first function. So the first function, the function I'm calling f, you're just copying that function. In this case, it's the secant of 3 to the x power. And then we're going to multiply that by the derivative of the second function. But we have to realize that my second function, natural log of tangent x, is a composite function. It has an outer and an inner piece. So therefore, we have to do the chain rule. So the outer piece is natural log, And the derivative of a natural log is usually 1 over x, but it's going to be 1 over the inner function. In this case, that's tangent, so 1 over tangent. And then we have to multiply by the derivative of tangent, which is secant squared. So what I have in blue here is the derivative of natural log of tangent x, utilizing the chain rule. So now we keep going with our product rule. So now we're going to add the g function, which is the second function, natural log of tangent x. We just copy it, and then we multiply that by the derivative of f. But once again, we have to look at this f function and realize that it is also a composite function. It has an outer and an inner piece. So therefore, we have to do chain rule on that. So the outer function is secant of something, and the derivative of secant is going to be secant, usually secant x, tangent x, but we're going to write it as secant something, tangent something. Let me erase to give myself a little more space. And then the quantity that's going in the parenthesis is the original inner function. So the original inner function is 3 to the x power. And then chain rule says we have to multiply by the derivative of the inner function. And because that's exponential, we'll use our exponential rule, which will be 3 to the x times the natural log of 3. So everything that I have in green here is the derivative of secant of 3 to the x. And again, everything that I have in blue here was the derivative of natural log of tangent of x. So this is a big monster product rule problem, but it also has 2 chain rules in it. And now when it comes time to simplify, there's really not a whole lot that we can do here. If you wanted to, you could rewrite this as secant of 3 to the x power times secant squared of x all over tangent of x. And then we would basically just reorder this if you wanted to. This second piece, all of this is multiplication. It's a bunch of multiplications. If you notice, we're just multiplying the natural log times the secant times the tangent times 3 to the x times natural log of 3. So really the only thing you could do here would be to reorder it if you wanted to. I don't really even think that's necessary, so I would just leave it as natural log of tangent of x multiplied by secant of 3 to the x multiplied by tangent of 3 to the x times 3 to the x times the natural log of 3. So it's a long, messy answer, but here you go.